I've got a story. I don't know if you have time for it. Do you? Oh, good, because this is, well, okay, so this is about when I met, personally, Rob Scott and Bob Doyle at the same time, just moments before they were going live with the Lounge Show. I was, well, you can imagine, I was speechless. And can I just tell you, they were delightful. Rob especially. Bob is, he's a little different, but, you know, I think it's a good balance for Rob's obvious talent, you know. I don't want that to come out wrong, of course. Bob is, well, I guess we'll just leave it at that.
It's The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle, two veteran broadcasters who love to hear themselves talk and are somehow able to tolerate each other. Let's see if you can tolerate them as well. Here's Rob and Bob.
Ooh, that's loud. That's thunderous applause.
Thunderous.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I, of course, am Bob Doyle, like it correctly says on the sign.
Oh, look at that. You got it up and running. Good for you.
Well, I didn't do anything different. This is the super enthusiastic crowd.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
But it's
Thanks.
really about Bob.
No,
really about
not according to Donald Sutherland.
No, John.
He's a big
Johnny.
fan of yours.
He is, and he also hawks orange juice.
Well, good
Did
for
a lot
him.
of, yeah, so this is the Lounge Show. At,
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
That's right, and 6 o'clock p.m. here at Las Vegas, here in the other time zone. And and we do this every week. This is the most elaborate catch-up call between two friends you are likely to see. There is so much technology and unnecessary gadgetry just for Rob and I to catch up on our lives, but you know,
but we allow you in.
That's right. It's like we invited you over to our house, if we had one, and we just say, "Hey, I want you just to come over, make yourselves as comfortable as you want, but don't just write little notes to us and pass them, and we're going to just talk at you for 30 minutes."
That's it.
How many of these people would do that if they were in the? So Tracy's mom is in the house, and I saw that your daughter's in the house. And
there's a lot already popping here. I just noticed the tote board, and it's we're already up to hundreds of thousands for the little kids. That's awesome.
We're darn toting. Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Toting.
So it's nice to have some of these folks back into the fray, I guess. I don't know where they all went to, what was so important on a Saturday night that they got to wander off. I mean, but, you know, the replays here are available at least for a limited time. We'll start charging for them in a minute now.
We're here, and you know, speaking of the lounge, which, by the way, Bob and I was looking through some lounge photos on the. Amy's here. Good.
So we got that
Lounge
family.
photo.
Let's get some more families in here.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
I don't know what to say to that. Get some more
That's
families
all right.
in here.
You please.
No, go. Bob's right. This is what we do. We get caught up. We get that, and it's called the Lounge, and we're here every Saturday. And if you think that we don't sacrifice, boys and girls, for the Lounge Show, I say, because I have a yarn to spin, Bob Doyle.
Oh, I wish I had some yard spinning music. Do you have some?
Oh gosh, what would I use? I don't even know. Maybe.
Sure. It's really loud though.
See, that is loud, isn't it?
That was loud. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, that's yarn spinning music, but I don't have that much yarn to spin. I do, however, have a story. This is the dedication is the point that Bob and I have given to the lounge. So I walk in the door of my little office here on Tuesday, and I hear one of those high-pitched electronic kind of sounds, and that can't be good. So I said, oh gosh, I hope it's not the computer, like some alarm or whatever. So I shut down the computer and it's still and I look to my left, and of course it's the Mackie mixing board just just died. It crapped the bed.
Again?
Yeah, well, the first time was a power supply, right? And the engineer at work fixed it. And as you know, I'm really fortunate in that regard that in my line of work, you're always around electrical engineers.
You got a guy, right? Yes, that's good.
Yeah, and they're not just, I have no disrespect to electricians, but electrical engineers are some badass guys. They build and put radio stations on the air. They're pretty good. And so having one, but yes, you're right. He fixed it the last time. And so I thought, but right now our company is in the process of moving. We're going across town. And the job that he has is beyond my brain's capacity to even, when he starts showing me schematic after schematic, because I'm interested, I'm curious, and I'll stop by his world from time to time. And also the IT guy, for that matter, the racks, all of the switches, a lot goes into that. And so I was not about to go to see him and say, hey, by the way, in the middle of all that kind of important crap, I've got a $250 Mackie mixing board that really needs your attention.
Yeah.
I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So I went downstairs, watched a little TV, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, this was Tuesday of this week. I said, no, we are and so I ran, but I didn't run, but I came up the steps and ordered the new one and paid an extra $16, Bob, for fast shipping. There you go.
And you got your Sweetwater candy.
I got my Sweetwater candy.
Is that from Ryan or who?
No, I have a new young lady who's my go-to, my point guard at up there. Where are they? Somewhere in Indiana is Sweetwater. Anyway, showed up Friday, plugged it in. Here we are, lounge show ready. This is what Bob, you think this is easy? No, and it costs money. Now here, you know more about bookkeeping. Can I bring this to the accounting office? How do I do? Do I bring them the receipt? What do I do for the lounge? The lounge LLC.
You give it to Terry.
Okay. Just like with the insurance questions. Just
everything, all things, yes. All things that you go to Terry. Speaking of up north, oh, look at that. The camera's blurry. The
camera is blurry.
The autofocus went awry. Somebody just needs to go up there and put their hand in front of it or whatever. Here it is a little earlier. We got the sunset happening. And look, I caught a boat. I happened to catch a boat.
You did catch a boat. You know, it was 75 today there. So except for the frigid cold temperatures of the water, it was a delightful day to be on the lake.
Yeah.
And some folks got out there because the piers are just going in. So they launched somehow, or they have their own boathouse. So, they would just come down on that conveyor belt on the little railroad track rails. Some guys have that. And there's like a winch, and it just lowers their boat into the lake. It's really pretty cool. If you're going to go big.
I really want to make a winch joke, but I think it's going to be too late. Your sentence will be far from... you will have already, and I'll have to remember when you said winch before. Well, here's a funny thing referring to a woman.
It was saucy. It was a saucy winch.
Right. But it wouldn't have worked.
But I should have said was the ocean called.
And they're running out
so
of
anyway, yes, I spent an extra $16 in shipping. I'll just have I'm very proud of that. So we're ready. Because the mic wasn't working, nothing was working. And so these are the sacrifices that Girthstein and the Brick make, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. To make this show possible, and that's why Girthstein and Brick are constantly getting their names put in the hopper.
Oh, the hopper. Yeah, well, no, that's who we were. That's who you had us labeled in our promotional piece.
I think you have this all wrong. I think that you think that when I post those names that it's referring to us, but we're Bob and Rob very clearly. It says right there, so that doesn't track.
So we're not Girthstein and the Brick.
Obviously,
and
we're
the
not.
Brick was in quotations. I like that too. The Brick.
If we were, who would be who?
Girthstein and...
I think I'm Girthstein. You occur as the Brick to me.
Oh, I'm the Brick?
What do you guys think? Okay, let's hear it at home.
Oh my gosh. Let's go to the phones, shall we?
I think I'm Girthstein. I just reek of Girthstein. Look at him.
Girthstein and I'm the Brick, and the Brick is in quotations, which the Brick.
Right. I mean, it is really nice here in Las Vegas. It's got to be 70 something.
Oh, what a weather guy.
Well, you know, my dad was a weather guy, so it's kind of in my blood.
It's 74 here in Atlanta, and 60 by the lakefront. So here's the skinny. That's one thing that I just wanted to talk about. As you say, this is just a catch-up session for you and I. The other thing I did this week, Bob, is first time in my life to go and shop at a Costco.
Now, you've been to the Sam's Clubs and those type of things. You've been to those before. But your first Costco experience. Okay.
Yes.
Now, were you going in as a member or were you just checking it out?
I was a tag along.
A tag along. That's how they get you. I was a tag along too, man. But by the time I left there,
which is also the name of a Girl Scout cookie, isn't it?
Oddly enough, yeah. All right. So what happened?
Well, first of all, I had a list. Because I didn't want to go. Because I've heard when you go to those types of places and I don't know, unless they pump in air, they have the lighting is right, whatever. It just makes you want to. Oh, I could use that.
1,000 of those, yeah.
Yes, right. So I really tried to make sure. So I enjoyed it. I got I went to the butcher first. All right, let's see what this is all about. And the prices were extraordinary, in my opinion.
In terms of good.
In terms of good.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why people go there.
Right. I mean, I got chuck roast at half what I pay normally. I got pork chop, center cut loin, half of what I would pay per pound normally. Very good. There it is. And then in fact, today I'm making a miso beef thing that I'll finish off tomorrow.
Oh, miso beef.
Miso beef noodle. It's basically, it doesn't matter. I use
I don't like miso.
Roast. You don't like miso?
Not at all. It's one of those.
Gosh,
it's almost up there with like olives. And what was the other one, Tracy, that we were just talking about that I can't do? Like, relish, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. There was another one. There was something that we were talking about. No,
I know you don't like pickled anything too. You don't like pickled onions.
I like pickled dill pickles. That's it. Don't pickle anything else. It's disgusting. 76 degrees in Vegas. We got the official weather girl. She's latbat/WG.
Okay.
Weekend special.
76 degrees here in Vegas. That was me sounding exactly like Tracy.
Yeah,
By the way, you know that voice cloning thing that we've shown it on the show at least once, where the text to speech that sounds really realistic.
Hey, look at this! Wait a minute, I'm interrupting, but I'm looking at the tote board here. Kevin Jeffrey apparently is in the house along with Mark.
Okay, you guys get. How can we get them in here?
And it's 73 by Amy. I probably now when we use the new.
Jam Kazam, yes.
Yeah,
although they'd have to do it. Yeah, just get it set up at your place. Get it set up at your place, have them over, and then we'll do it. That's absolutely.
Yeah, I'll get another microphone in here. In fact, I've got a brand new audio mixing board. So I can run a couple extra mics. And I was going to get the one you have, by the way, the extra two pots, the 12 with the slider pots, but I just chose. It gives you more microphone inputs. I don't need that many, so I just went with the same one. But anyway, you were telling a story. I just wanted you to know that Kevin is here along with Mark. So
that's awesome. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Jeffries.
Yes.
Hi, Bob. Happy birthday, sir. It's Kevin Jeffrey on this ship. You know, the tenor with the real talent.
Okay.
I was just going to say in this group, then I was going to stop it, but it's Kevin. It's kind of neat that he's here. And you know, I mean, and then he says,
hi, Pop.
I just think that's cool. I think that's awesome that Kev is here. And Bob is a chuckling.
Killing me. All right.
Mr. Girthstein is happy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, hold on. Now I have to see if it's even worth finding.
Yeah, you said something about winch.
No. I was going to say I'm just going to, every word I can think of that isn't the one I want, I'm going to say right now.
I think it was an AI. You were talking about AI.
Yes. AI. The voice cloning 11 Labs thing that we did the other day. And you know, you take a minute of someone's voice, you can clone it and then type and it'll sound like them. That's how I did the Donald Sutherland thing. And it's really interesting.
Okay.
When I was going to originally just if you were interested, hear some of the iterations of how it made it sound natural, because you can vary what they go from clarity and then stability. And so I found that if you just put them on wildly in other ends of the spectrum, like really crank this and lower this one, you get all that kind of animated stuff like that. When he's like, well, and he changes his tone like this, and that for text to speech, that is insane. But we, as a test, we did Tracy. And I took a minute but now this was from a voiceover thing that she did where she was really putting on the luxury voice. So it's not her normal speaking voice. But I want you to hear it and see what but it is kind of the Latbat voice a little bit.
All right.
So first of all, I'm hoping you hear this. If you don't, let me know within a couple of seconds. But if you don't, let me know what you think.
Imagine a tropical paradise where the warm sun beats down on your skin and the ocean breeze carries the scent of salt water and blooming flowers. The sound of rustling palm fronds fills the air as you walk through lush greenery towards the shore.
So it's a little low, but
yeah, but it's a nice read.
It captures. It's a nice read, Tracy.
It is a nice read.
Right. Let me just hear another variation and just see.
Imagine a tropical paradise where the warm sun beats down on your skin and the ocean breeze carries the scent of salt water and blooming flowers.
Yeah,
the sound of rustling palm fronds fills the air as you walk through lush greenery towards the shore.
That's just funny.
It's got a southern thing going on almost, like my colors.
Oh yeah, it draws it right out. Yes, down in paradise. Yeah.
It's very wowum there. I mean, it really did. That second one seemed a little more on the, southern side.
It does draw it out, but that was at the extreme of the, not stable. So it just, that really opened it up. And in fact, by doing that, sometimes if you've recorded somebody who has a dialect, and it's not, this thing tends to filter out dialect. I've tried it a million times to do like a UK character and then have it talk, and it just sounds like, it just strips the dialect. But sometimes if you vary it all the way, a dialect will sneak out. So, but it's just getting better and better. But you would just never think, not with the crazy ones.
Is there a car honking in your neighborhood?
Yeah, we got a neighbor who this happens to a fair amount.
Wow, how cool that we get to hear that.
Well, I got the window open. I got the window open. Normally you probably wouldn't hear it, but
now, is that their alarm going off, or are they PO'd that there's too much traffic in the cul-de-sac? What's the problem there?
They're just trying to get on the show in some crazy way, so they can play it back for friends and go, hear the horn? That's me, man. That's me.
In the hole. They always say that at the golf. They hit it in the hole. That's the whole idea. What, you're coaching him? What kind of crap is that? That was me at the 16th hole.
Yeah, giving him that advice. And you see, he did it eventually.
Right.
I really should go into coaching golf.
Tiger should have given me some of his money.
And now I got this and now I can use this as my sizzle reel.
That's yes.
That would be funny. Did a compilation of you just screaming in the background and put it together as a sizzle reel. It's for a color commentator or a coach or something.
Hit a home run! That was me too.
That was me.
That was me telling him to hit a home run.
And he almost did too.
Yeah, it wouldn't have dawned on him otherwise. So today, Bob, is the 15th of April.
It's sure
tax
is.
Day.
Well,
tax day.
I think tomorrow, technically.
It's the 18th, I think.
Is it the 18th?
It's the 18th.
I got bamboozled into thinking it was the 16th by somebody.
You were hoodwinked. Well, the 16th is a Sunday, so that would be tomorrow. But anyway,
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also Tax Freedom Day or thereabouts. It was one of the. Do you know what that day is?
Yes. Seriously. It's when most people have worked enough to pay the tax part of their income for the year. So from that point on, that's when they're making their money.
Right. Up till about today on the Lounge Show, you folks have been just shoveling it to Uncle Sam, that wealthy uncle who lives in the northeast area of the country.
Who used to buy such cool stuff, but now nothing.
Right. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Anyway, so today's tax day, I've got that on my notes, and still I look at Girthstein and the brick. Now, is that AI or do you?
No, those are 100%. I don't sit around. I start typing the sentence, and the things come out. Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Tracy
get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I start meditating on, okay, the names. I'm
Meditating.
allowing the names. And then Tracy and I, of course, have a discussion about it. And we get Amber
Sure you do.
involved. And then, we'll just go out about it a day and we'll run it by the passersby and stuff like that. And then I'll come home and just basically flip a coin.
So I found this the other day.
Then we do harmony.
You're nobody till
Bob's here on this one.
love you, so find
Wait for it.
yourself somebody to love.
Mr. Doyle, please. There he is.
You're nobody till somebody loves you.
I love that one. No, I believe that was in Mark's basement. Was
I thought it was the kitchen.
it the kitchen?
Run It Again? Was that Run It Again?
Run it. That may have been Run It Again.
I think it was
may have
Run It
been
Again. Mark, you guys can hopefully verify, but
Yeah, Mark or Kevin. Oh, look, Tracy loves that. Yeah, that's. I forget when. I want to say it was downstairs.
Then we do harmony.
You're nobody till somebody.
that sounds like kitchen echo.
love you, so find yourself somebody.
The downstairs was enclosed and wouldn't bounce around like that, the sound.
You're nobody till somebody loves
Although,
you.
Run Her Again was Even Though We Ain't Got Money, and I wasn't even playing that.
No, right.
You guys
This
were
was-
just singing it
just in the
repeatedly.
basement. And then we just started it, and then in came that uke, man. It was like the Jack Benny hour or something. It was wonderful. People all loved it. It was impromptu. Look how talented those guys are after they drink 40 beers.
Oh my goodness. Yep, that was that concert uke. I recognize that sound anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's so funny. So you know that it's the concert uke, and you're pretty sure it's the kitchen acoustics, but you're not absolutely sure.
Now I'm not, because I know Run It Again with the Kenny Loggins thing was in the kitchen. But it sounds to me like the sound is reverberating, like in kitchen space.
That was the
Mark,
song. It was. It's the Anne Murray's. Oh, did Mark chime in?
No, it's Girthstein with a TH.
Oh yeah, Girth. Girth. Girthstein. EIN. It could be Girthstein.
He said, "Is it Girthstein or Girthstein?"
Did he spell it the same way both
Yes,
times?
he
I
did.
think
So
he spelled
I'm
it
just
the same way.
I'm
So
throwing
is it
that in.
Girthstein or Girthstein?
I'm hoping he meant Girthstein or Girthstein as a bit, because that's funny, and I was right there for him. Well, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It means if Kevin Jeffrey were listening to the show, we'd have his name in the hopper 5 times. But since that never... Wait a minute.
He's in the hopper. And for those of you who don't know what the hopper's all about,
well,
it's the staff.
Here's Jason to tell you about it. Okay, Jason, start typing quick.
Bob and I, along with the staff, we pick names from time to time during the course of the lounge when the lounge is open, and we will take those names and put them in the
hopper.
Yeah. Yes. And then when we roll the hopper wheel, and one day we'll draw a name out, and that person, that lucky winner, will win what, Bob?
The home version, the Lounge Around the House home version of this show, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap, that's loud too. What the hell is going on with the volume today?
I don't know. I'm weird too because I have a new whole system, and that beautiful Lounge Around the House game comes in a wonderful designer burnt orange corduroy carrying kit.
How I forgot to mention that, I do not know, but I think it's been a week or so since we mentioned the packaging.
So the point is, Kevin Jeffrey's name is now officially in the hopper.
All right, 5 times. 5 times. Yeah.
He goes in 5 times?
Yes, because of whatever I said before. Yeah. I have to go back and listen to that for details, but all right. No,
but yeah.
Did you see what Jason said?
Yeah, I missed Jason. What did Jason say?
You guys keep the prize and send me the hopper.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
so wait.
Hold on. It says very clearly in the bylaws of this game that if you diss the prize, being, of course, the Lounge Around the House home game, 10 up to 10 placements in the hopper are removed. And unfortunately, my hands are tied. You said you guys keep the prize and send me the hopper, which of course was dissing the prize, saying that the hopper was greater than the prize, which is really what this thing is about. So I'm sorry. Now, before anyone gets too upset for Jason, you should know he has approximately 1,000,006 entries into the hopper. And so he's not really in any really danger here.
I don't think so.
So I'm just saying.
Either way, Kevin Jeffrey's in 5 times.
Right.
His name's in the hopper. One of these days, we're actually gonna.
That's right.
Spin the hopper.
We should be getting some prototype images pretty soon.
Right. Yeah.
Of
And
some
we'll
of the
give you a
playing,
little-
maybe the board or early mock-ups of the board or the
Sure.
playing pieces, and you know,
I can tell you this: there's no top hat, there's no cannon, there's no.
I wanted a cannon. This was a point of contention because
that was.
I get the whole, I get it that we don't want to duplicate, Monopoly or whatever, but come on, a cannon, the lounge show, a cannon. I mean, okay,
no cannon,
whatever, we won't do it.
There's no little Scotty dog. There's there's no race car. None of that.
No.
So, but yes, we'll show you a little peek behind the curtain, so to speak. The guys in R&D are working up some. They're working up some models now.
Yes, orange corduroy, burnt orange corduroy to be exact.
Yes.
Not just bright orange corduroy. That would be ridiculous.
No. It's not it's burnt orange.
Yeah,
It's burnt orange.
Burnt.
It's not
burnt.
like
The
Halloween.
lounge cannon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hello.
but instead we got a piece of I think it's like a cocktail glass, but it's a non-alcoholic cocktail glass. I don't know how they're going to differentiate that, but that's one of the playing pieces.
So here's the deal. I was amazed also at getting back to Costco. I know that was hours ago. But getting back to Costco,
let's go. We barely scratched the surface.
I've got more Pringles now that I know what to do with. It just seemed like a cool idea. They come in like it was Pringles. There were 3 different flavors, and they come in those hand grenade size individual Pringle cans. And now I'm looking at them on the bench in my kitchen. There's like 87 little cans of Pringles, But other than that, and 5 tubes of Crest toothpaste, large. Other than that, and cooking oil.
Oh man, that stuff's going to go bad. You got to brush your teeth like in a month.
Other than that, I was good, and so we'll see. But I don't think because I live by myself, I'm a loner here, Bob. I'm
a rebel.
I'm a hermit. Yeah,
You don't want to get mixed
so,
up with a guy like me, Dottie.
Right. And so the situation is for me, I don't need 40,000 rolls of dough, but I think I will go. Sammy, she's a member. Her and Ben are members.
Yeah.
So I think like once a month I'll go and just do the tag along, and get paper towel and maybe meat that I've got a lot of stuff frozen now.
Do you have a Costco near you?
There's one near work, and then there's one near Sam and Ben's house. So I would go out there, maybe visit, hang with them a little bit, and we'll do a Costco run. What are you smiling at?
I'm laughing because Mark made me LOL. Because immediately I'm visualizing that and tasting.
Yeah. That's a flavor. Jim Gaffigan did a bit like that, didn't he? He goes, those chocolate covered things you get at Halloween, or not Halloween, at Valentine's Day, comes in the heart. Everything's got a surprise inside, caramel or whatever. And then
This is toothpaste.
Toothpaste, right?
Right.
So, toothpaste on a Pringle. I think that would be. And
my point being, I can't imagine. Well, I don't know. Sometimes you surprise me with stuff, but I would think that eventually you'd say, "The hell with it! I'm going to join my Costco and I'm going to go here when I need to go."
I might $60 a year, I guess, or something like. Oh, and I gassed up too. I got gas at like 35 cents a gallon cheaper.
So here's what you do. Yeah. So the $60 a year, I think, is for the executive thing. Or whatever, like the top thing. But here's what I would suggest for you. I would not do this with anybody else. But when we went into Costco, I knew about this executive level, whatever it's called. It's the next level one. There's the standard one.
Yeah.
And I said, we're only getting that. We're getting the $30 thing. That's all we need. We do not need this. Their sales process for that 60 is so good. And the girl we had was amazing. We wanted to hire her for life. And I'm not exaggerating.
No, you would never do that.
My point is you should go in and just tell them you want this, just the basic, and let them sell you the other one just so you can see what they do.
Watch them do the upsell?
And also you'll learn about it. It really is a good deal, but I mean, you're going to get it. But, a lot of times people get stuff like that and they don't even know their benefits and they never use them. So let them pitch you the thing and see. I mean, maybe it won't be, but I would imagine they get their A players for that conversion because that's, I'm sure that's a big thing.
I'm sure there's commission involved.
I would imagine. Yeah, I guess so. Her enthusiasm they probably get like all of it, all of the.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
I was also fascinated how many people were eating lunch at the Costco. This was a big deal. A lot of people were in the picnic area. They were explaining to me the bargains. You know, you can get this chicken bake and 2 hot dogs, and you can shove the hot dog into the chicken bake, and then what you do is you get that while you're shopping, see? And you have the mellow yellow, and then and then on the way out the door, another mellow yellow. I did it for $4. And I'm going,
it's
wow.
right. And their pizza is really good. This is a staple around here. Like when the girls come for the weekend, very often it's a Costco, get the pizza, because you get this ginormous pizza for like $10 that feeds, a zillion. And
that's a lot of people.
It's good stuff. Yeah. Well,
Costco could feed the world if that number was correct. They literally could feed the world pizza if a zillion people could be fed by a Costco. Didn't you also get that brownie, that decadent brownie?
Yes. Yes. That I was going to go there, but that was the whole reason we actually. Well, what pushed us in to joining was the decadent fudge brownie, which I just assumed would be there forever, and they pulled it after 2 months or something like that.
They bamboozled you, Bob. They hoodwinked your ass.
Yeah, but I think I may have told you that since then Amber has basically cracked the code on that, and so she can make something that is just as delightful as that. So we don't need
that on the
anymore.
internet, on the interweb. She should put that trick on there. I bet, like people do with the cheese biscuits at what is that? Red Lobster.
Oh,
and
yes, right.
Recipe for the cheddar cheese biscuits at Red Lobster.
That was such a big thing. I know we're going late, ladies and gentlemen. We're going late. But there was a whole phase of time when getting the restaurant version recipes was like such a huge thing.
So she should do that. Amber should put up the decadent brownie from Costco recipe and see how many likes or whatever.
It's not exactly the same, because I think the fudge thing. Well, first of all, it really does taste. It has a consistency more like fudge. But also, I think there's nuts on there or whatever. And what Amber does isn't quite that, but it's just as decadently satisfying to me that it's like, okay, I don't have to miss the other ones. But yeah.
Now I'm going to say something, and then you hit the button.
Okay.
This is the Lounge Show.
And with those words, I am the hell out of here. I had enough of this foolishness. Thanks for nothing. They never paid me.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.